So it is time for another review of Outlaw soaps. Sorry if the camera's slightly tilted, if you notice any sort of error with how it's filming. Anyway, so another review, finally a year later. Outlaw soaps, fire in the hole spray cologne. Very excited to do this review. I wanted to state that I have worn this. I know what the smell is like, but I want to get more detailed and I want to actually pick out the different notes because I can smell it generally while I'm wearing it. I've had this for 2 days now, and I've worn it. I'm getting wafts of it, but I haven't like dug deep into the scent, which is what I want to do. So, fire in the hole campfire spray cologne, essentially. So, on this beautiful package, as you can see, it kind of glistens crimson. It's really nice, kind of shiny. Here's the package that wraps around the box of the cologne. Ignite your life with a scent as bold as you are. It unofficially smells like insanity, pure excitement, and overwhelming joy. The most awesomest scent in the history of ever. Explosively awesome, inspired by campfire, gunpowder, sagebrush, and excitement. Fire in the hole. One spray of this bottle lightning and you'll blow the boring off your day and open up the sheer exuberance of being alive. This cologne may change your life. So the ingredients: organic cane alcohol and fragrance. Just 2 ingredients because they're organic. They don't use any sort of nasty things or synthetic things. Warning, don't spray in your eyes like a darn fool. Flammable, of course, because it's alcohol. High quality mixed with love. Outlaw Soap 716, Spice Islands Drive, Sparks, Nevada 89431, and never tested on animals. I love that. I love that they don't test on animals. I hate that type of stuff. So that's always a plus. A little plus in these lovely packages and things they send to people. So a little con about the package, first off. As you saw in the intro, it slides out. The cologne slides out. But it's taped on the top and the bottom. I was trying to slide it sideways originally just to get this paper off to preserve it, to put it back on the case. But that isn't the case. What you have to do is, unfortunately, you have to peel this off the bottom to get into it. So I was holding it there the entire time. It's not glued anymore. Unfortunate, but you know, it's whatever. This is what matters. Fire in the hole. 3.3 ounces of liquid gold. I think it says that on their website, or I made that up. I am not sure. Anyway, I also wanted to give you an update on the Gambler cologne because I have worn it for quite some time now. It's been about a year since I did the review on this spray cologne and other Outlaw things, products, and I think I can give a fair judgment. I can really tell you what this smells like, how long it lasts. So let's do that real quick. Let's get that out of the way. So the Gambler, it smells like whiskey and cigars, whiskey and tobacco, bourbon and tobacco, essentially. Let me see. Yeah, smells like bourbon, tobacco, and a little leather, a little hint of leather. So with the solid cologne of the Gambler versus the spray cologne, solid cologne is more of a slight subtle cigar woodiness with whiskey. It smells really nice, smells near identical to this. This is just stronger, more potent. That generally tends to be the case with spray colognes. And I can tell you, after wearing this for a year, about every 3 to 4 days out of a work week, not a work week, every 3 to 4 days out of a 7-day week is when I wear this, and 2 sprays out of those 3 to 4 days. And I can tell you that, yeah, good stuff. So this spray cologne is strong. 2 sprays is good if you're outside and it's really windy. Maybe 3 sprays, 4. That sounds like a lot, but it does linger off about after an hour, and then you're just left with kind of a more personal scent that other people can smell if they're fairly close. So it's a good balance. The spray cologne is a good balance of cigar and the whiskey smell. I don't really get any leather. I'd say it's 65% cigar or pipe tobacco. I get cigar because I smoke cigars. You can find that on my channel. And then about 30-35% whiskey. Really nice. Out of those 3 to 4 days, out of every week with 2 sprays, it's lasted me over half. It's barely empty and Una is screaming. This happened in my last Outlaw video too. Really, really good cologne. Highly recommend it. Now, I'm going to make a comparison before we begin. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but this is my sort of symbolism that I've come up with for Fire in the Hole and the Gambler. So Fire in the Hole slides out and reveals the cologne like a box of matches. Fire in the Hole. The Gambler opens up like a saloon door for the man to sit down and shuffle some cards. Opens up like one of those doors. Even has the sort of shape. I think that's what they were going for. I don't know. It's just an assumption. Anyway, let's get into the review of Fire in the Hole, and I still smell it on me. Not faintly, but it's there. Not subtle, but not strong. In between. I wore it this morning before I went to the gym. I just love it so much. So, we're going to pick out the notes. I'm going to tell you what it smells like. We're going to compare it to the little Fire in the Hole solid cologne sample size that I have. And I will give you my thoughts. So, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. Just real quick. The Badlands, Blazing Saddles, and Fire in the Hole, for their solid colognes, I've noticed this sort of sunflower seedy scent with all of them, which I think they use sunflower oil to try and imitate the smell of leather or smokiness, because sunflower oil or sunflower seeds smell really woody and smoky sort of, which didn't ruin the experience for me with these colognes, but there was a moment where I was like, I just smell like sunflower seeds. Fortunately though, with my skin chemistry, it changed the scent from sunflowers to what it actually is supposed to smell like. That's just with my olfactory senses and my skin. This is going to differ for everyone, but they're great colognes, and in solid cologne or spray cologne, once you put them on your skin, even on your clothes, it just takes a while for that alcohol to go away, and then you're left with the fragrance. Might affect the scent, I'm not sure. Now the Gambler doesn't have that sunflower in it. It smells like cigar and, whiskey. Just with the more smoky, leathery scents they go after, there tends to be a little sunflower, not overwhelming, what's the word? An umbrella-ing sunflower scent. That's not a word. But an overarching sunflower scent. It goes away though, thankfully, and then you're left with the fragrance they were after. But that was a little nitpick I had when I started to smell them and really get into it. I'm like, oh, am I smelling like sunflowers, or am I smelling like leather and campfire? Again, thankfully with just putting it on me or putting it on my skin, it changed completely. So I'm really thankful that they smell like what they do as opposed to just sunflower. So that's out of the way. So good stuff. Fire in the Hole. Smells like gunpowder, campfire, whiskey, bacon, sagebrush, and dirt. And surprisingly, I get nearly all of those fragrance notes in it. Bacon and dirt seems a little off-putting, but I'll tell you why it actually works well with this. Unofficially, it smells like insanity, excitement, and overwhelming joy. I already read that on this little slip. Let's get into it. I'm excited to put more on me because I love this stuff. So again, 3.3 ounces, and you have this nice bottle. Kind of looks like liquid. Doesn't look like liquid gold, but there's a yellow hue tint to it. Lovely package. Okay. One on the shirt and one on my wrist. Bacon literally was like the first thing to hit me. And there's campfire. Because bacon is smoky. You cook bacon too long or you slightly burn it, it smells really smoky. Probably how they cure it, with hickory or maple or whatever. Alright, let's let that settle for a bit. I'm kind of holding my nose so I can let the smells just rush and hit me all at once. Now I'll smell. Let my skin chemistry work with it. Yeah, that's... Just the sunflower issue that I had a month ago, even when I tested out the solid cologne like 4 days ago, completely gone once it works with you, or once it works on your skin. I do get dirt. Like, sometimes on the website for Outlaw soaps, they'll list the main fragrance notes, but then when you buy the product and you read the back of the label, it says more fragrance notes. Like on the website for Fire in the Hole, it's campfire, sagebrush, and gunpowder. But they've added bacon and dirt to the bottle as fragrance notes, which they do that. So some of the products, or if you go to different pages or different products of the same scent, like lotion or body wash or a cologne, they list sometimes more fragrance notes than they list on other product pages. But without a placebo effect on me, I can tell you that there's an overarching sourness to this, which I think is gunpowder, because I fired a lot of firearms, and I can tell you that the gunpowder is fairly accurate, and there's a bit of a tinge, a bit of a sour note that you can smell when you shoot firearms, and I'm getting that. What I'm also getting is, sincerely dirt and campfire. I can pick out the dirt immediately. It's kind of like a dry dirt that's been baked in the sun all day, and you get that sort of earthy, clayey sort of smell to it. Yeah, and then campfire. Sunflower issue again is gone. So there's kind of like a campfire that's been burning for about 2 hours, maybe with a hint of it just smoldering, you know, when there's when the wood's getting time to burn and it's heating up, and that's what I'm getting. It's not like a fresh campfire. The wood has had time to smoke and bake, essentially, and that's what I'm getting. Totally different than the Gambler. So, fire in the hole, Gambler. Gambler is just whiskey, a sugar sweetness, a sugary sort of cigar, not like a citrusy or fruity, but a sugar sweetness, like a cane sugar, whiskey, cigar. It's lovely. And then this is just smoke, just pure smoke. And I love how it's so complex. It's, you know, a lot of colognes I feel struggle with their notes. They all just kind of mash, and they don't really, you can't really pick them out. But I'm getting, yeah, there's dirt and gunpowder, sour gunpowder, and kind of a nice, slightly sweet, smoky smell that I'm getting. And it's phenomenal stuff. I want to take a chance to put some of the solid cologne on me to compare, because I like comparing. We'll put it on my lower wrist. I'm going to smell like a freaking... I am going to smell like I did not sit by a campfire. I'm going to smell like I jumped in it by the time this review is over, because I'm caking myself with this stuff. I don't even care, though. So, let that work. Now we'll compare. Got to pull my sleeves up more so I can smell it. We'll smell the spray cologne first. Okay, smell the... Yeah, there's a huge difference. Now, again, this sample is about a year and a few months, or about a year old. And it's been sitting in a cabinet mingling with the other sample solid colognes. But it's still holding its own scent, but it's so dull in comparison to the spray cologne. Now, don't let that discourage you. Because when you buy it fresh, or you buy maybe a sample size, or maybe the full size solid cologne, and you keep it away from other scents, and you know, maybe you use it up within a year, it's slightly staled. Because, I mean, it's just sad. I haven't used it too much, but it is slightly staled. I'm not getting a whole lot of notes with the solid cologne, but again, don't let that discourage you. In my humble opinion, go with the spray cologne, because I am getting insane notes with the spray cologne, but with this, I'm getting sort of like the campfire's there, but it's kind of sunflowery, and then with the, good gosh, yeah, there's a night and day difference. Again, this has been sitting in a cabinet. It hasn't been really been used too much. It's been sitting with the other sample colognes. In my opinion, if you want more notes and more fragrance notes, go with the spray colognes. Yes, they're about $35 more expensive than the full-size solid colognes, but me personally, I'm getting more notes, and that could be because the spray colognes are much stronger. There's a 30% stronger concentration in terms of the fragrance between the solid cologne and the spray cologne. So, if I had to tell you which one to pick, we have the spray and we have this is of course sample, but it's still fire in the hole. Go with this, because I'm getting dirt, I'm getting gunpowder, I'm getting that clayey dirt aroma with again the sour gunpowder and the sweet smokiness, and literally like sort of bacon. That could just be smokiness. But again, if you want the more complex notes and you want to smell more, or if you want to smell closer to what they're trying to go after, go with the spray cologne. The solid cologne is great, but it's more subtle, and I think that's why it's masking some of the scents. So I hope you liked this review. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.